Hello guys, it's Doozy and welcome back to a new video. Remember to like and subscribe before you watch the video, it really helps me out as a new creator. And today we're going to be doing a last to first challenge at the new Portimao circuit, which has been implemented with the new update on F1 2021. It's lights out and away we go. Straight off the bat we get a good start. We have to get into the slipstream of some of these cars ahead of us so we can try and make as many places as we can in the first lap to give us a better advantage to get in first by the time we finish the race. It's a 25% race, so it gives us enough time to do pit stop strategies as well to make the video a bit more interesting. We're currently sat in P13 behind Ocon and Vettel. Nearly touched tyres there. Contact was nearly made. We have got Ocon slipstream. We try to dive up on the inside and we make the move stick. This track is very fun to drive on with the wheel. It's like a roller coaster. The amount of different elevation levels means that it feels a lot like a roller coaster, and it means that the circuit is very fun to drive on. Currently we're now sat in P11 behind Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull sister team AlphaTauri. On this first lap it's quite easy to follow the front pack because they generally follow the same racing line, so getting past people and overtaking is relatively easy. However, it's of the utmost importance that I get myself higher up the pack. As I'm saying that, I try to dive up the inside of Tsunoda, going towards the final section of this circuit. Me and Tsunoda are side by side. I hold it around the outside and make it stick, and following through from that, not literally following through, I have the slipstream Alonso. I deploy some ERS to try and give me a bit more engine power over him. He is in the Alpine, which is not as quick as the Red Bull, as we all know. But we go side by side, keeping it clean, not like Verstappen in Monza. And I send it around the outside of the first corner and make it stick. Quite a clean overtake that was. However, I find myself now in 9th position in the second lap, behind Ricciardo, and ahead of Ricciardo is Gasly. Ricciardo being a recent race winner again in Monza. We now try to take Ricciardo around the outside. We go the long way around and we make it stick. He's still fighting there for the position. But no, the straight line speed of the Red Bull is a lot quicker, and obviously around the corners.
Good job.
He's still going to be tailgating us, but we're going to be looking ahead anyway. This corner in particular was very tricky, but anyway, we step forward to lap 3. We're a bit closer to Gasly, and we do the exact same move we did to Ricciardo, but around the outside of Gasly now. However, Gasly puts more of a fight up. We deploy more ERS. We're going wheel to wheel. We try and barge our way into this corner, and Gasly has to bow out of it. We are now up to P7. Oh, we have a bit of a slip. Well, that's bound tap around that corner. It's awful. We're now up to P7 and skipping to lap 4. We've got the purple sector, sector 3 of that lap. We look round the inside of Sainz, but we pull out just in the right time. And we now look ahead to Hamilton, who is about 3 seconds ahead of us, with Perez and Bottas following him. We skip back to us, behind Sainz, looking again to go around the outside. This move is very overpowered on this circuit, but it is very nice and feels very satisfying to do. Sainz does keep his nose in it, but again, we stick it on the inside of the next corner and take it easy on this corner after slipping the last time we went up this one. Ahead of us now is Norris and Leclerc as we skip to lap 5, and they're generally fighting it out, so they have slowed each other down and we are now closer to them. I look to go around the outside of Norris, but we're definitely not close enough. This corner I found particularly hard to do because I had to go quickly around because I felt like I was kept slipping. The car kept slipping, the back of the car kept slipping every time I did it. But we go down the inside of Norris with a bit of help from DRS, and a bit of contact is made. But again, we made the move stick, a bit aggressive, but like twice how Verstappen is in real life. And towards the end of lap 5, we have got a decent slipstream on Leclerc. We deploy a bit of ERS. We've got a decent straight line speed. We're getting DRS open, and we should easily make this move stick. That extra kilometers an hour slips us past. Norris and Sainz are battling it out behind us, and Sainz goes down the outside of the first corner and makes it stick nicely. AI on this track race very nicely. That's a good thing about them. They make it very difficult to get past them. I know the first lap they're very much just racing line, but they do battle each other nicely on this track. As we skip forward to now lap 7, as we try to build up, we've got a bit of fresh air in front of us. We're now going towards the front pack. Talking about the front pack, here they are now. Hamilton, Perez and Bottas. I'm about 4 seconds away from them. So it's critical now that I use the pit stops wisely and try to make up as much time as I can on the front pack to at least get a podium and hopefully get Hamilton. As we go out to a helicopter shot. And we come to the final straight. With the front pack being 4 seconds ahead of us, we have a lot of free air to pick up a good pace and hopefully catch up to the front pack. As we skip to lap 8 with Hamilton coming into his first pit stop to try and undercut the rest of the pack behind him and hopefully come out into some clean air so he can retain his front position. But we'll see now after this pit stop. We'll see now, as you can see, other people coming in. I think it's Norris, Ricciardo and Alonso and Tsunoda coming in for their pit stops. As we see Hamilton exiting the pits. We'll see where he comes out, because this could really change our race. It would help us. He's come out into some clean air, which is unfortunate for our race, but it's good for him. As we skip now to lap 10, and I have been absolutely steaming ahead, done a decent 120.2 lap, but we need to pick up the pace if we are going to catch up to Bottas and Perez. They will be pitting soon, so hopefully we'll be close enough. But as we skip to Hamilton, being behind Raikkonen, he's easily got slipstream, and the straight line speed of the McLaren has easily wiped out the Alfa Romeo, and Hamilton is now storming ahead to try and keep up with me. However, we skip to lap 10 now. Bottas and Perez are coming in for their pit. As you see me driving past them, this is clinical to their race. Let's see how the pit stop goes.
Sergio is in the pits.
Both with a very similar pit stop, but we'll see where they come out. Right now, this lap for me is going to be clinical to my race. I'm going to have to set a very quick time to make sure I get out ahead of Perez and Bottas when it comes down to my pit stop. But as they come out, we see Hamilton in the background. Hamilton has got past Perez and Bottas, and he must have stormed quickly. As we skip to lap 11, the end of lap 11, where we are coming in for our pit stop, Hamilton and Perez have both gone for the mediums while Bottas is on the hard tyres. So if anything, Hamilton and Perez are going to be my biggest competitors. We get a 2.5, which is not the quickest and not the usual from Red Bull, but we still have a decent chance to see getting out ahead of Hamilton. However, he's set the quickest lap time of 1:19. Him and Perez both steam past me, and I come out just behind Bottas by the looks of it. However, Bottas is on the hard tyre, so I should be able to catch up to him very quickly, hopefully build up a head of steam and catch up to Perez and Hamilton if they stick together. However, Hamilton seems to be going very quickly, so I've got to do a very quick outlap on these new tyres and warm them up nicely. I just get further into lap 13, where I am right up the backside of Bottas, not literally. And as we go around the final corners, I'm close enough, and I should be able to get Bottas on this straight, but we know the straight line speed of the Mercedes is very quick. A nice camera angle there to show off the nice replay angles for F1 2021. I stick to quite close behind him, get into a slipstream, ERS and DRS both open or activated. And I slip round the outside again. We've seen that move quite a few times within this race. Now into lap 14, I only have a few laps to catch up to Perez and Hamilton, the front pack. But the likelihood of me catching Hamilton is slowly dying down as we skip to lap 16. Again, I've set a fastest second sector as I'm going up behind Perez. Again, similar to Sainz, I'm looking on the inside and I have to bow out of it to make sure there's not a collision between the two teammates, because the last thing Red Bull need is a double DNF in general. As we now stick closely to Perez, have ERS and DRS activated. Looks like I'm going to go for a similar move that I did to Ricciardo, stick it around the outside. However, Perez is sticking with me, wheel to wheel. ERS activated again to give me a bit of a boost, and I've slipped past him. I've made it stick. I have got the fastest lap with a 1:19.4, so I have been going quick on these tyres. I nearly slip. I catch it nicely there, but that is lucky. I could have easily ended my race in general, as there's no flashbacks on this mode for me, which would have been absolutely dire, having done 20 minutes of racing, and I would have been gutted to have gone out after doing such a good performance. However, Hamilton's 4 seconds ahead of me and has easily wiped the floor with the competition today. I haven't got quite last to first, and as we see Hamilton coming across the final straight, and he's across the line. I'm 4 seconds behind him. I didn't do last to first, but I got a great second with a good performance on the new track, and hopefully in the future I can return to this and actually get first. But Hamilton's undercut worked very well. I do get driver of the day, which is always a plus.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth.
Thank you for watching this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content, and comment down below